Welcome to a Community Partners interview, where we explore the organizations, opportunities, and resources that look to make change in our daily lives. I'm your host, Jocelyn Dore, and you're listening to Voices for Ability, all abilities, all the time. Today, I'm joined by Wamboi from Family Partnership Respite Services. Family Partnership Respite believes in providing high quality and individualized respite care to children and young adults with disabilities and their families. They understand the challenges that families may experience navigating the right source of respite care for their loved ones. They strive to professionally earn your trust in their practices. Safety, nurturing, and understanding towards their clients are the foundation of their service to you. They offer a variety of respite services that focus on the needs and desires of each individual family and put every effort into ensuring that their loved one receives the best quality of respite care that is made available. Thank you for joining us today, Wamboi.
You're welcome, and thank you for allowing me to be on this platform at this moment.
So tell us a little bit more about you and what inspired you to work at Family Partnership Respite Services and to work with individuals with disabilities.
What led me here? My background from where I come from is teaching, and I do love working with children. That's foremost. And then when I came to Canada, I had an opportunity to work in an organization that supported families of children with disabilities. And I was given an opportunity to work in that field, and which opened up my knowledge to another platform when it comes to working with families and children, and especially those children who are needing extra support. And from there, I have continued to gain more education in order to understand how I can better support those children who need extra support and also their family. And having worked in that field in Ontario and also in Alberta, it has led me to where I am after working with many families and having to just see the missing gap where when we get into the community, especially when it comes to connecting families that are very new to the country to the resources that are here, to make them understand, like, how can we better help the child as they navigate whatever is available for them. It has led me to where I am. I've also worked lately, not like about 5 years ago, 6 years ago, I worked in an organization and where we supported families and their children. And I could see some missing gaps. And I'm hoping that our organization will be able to bridge that gap when we go to help the children and the families, that will be able to support them in the way that they are well equipped, or the children are, especially the caretaker, they are helped in a way that they are satisfied and they see the progress as we walk along with them. That's our intention.
So when I was doing my research, I saw that you guys offer some different services. So can you tell me a little bit more about what those services are?
So we do offer services that are more geared toward very young children to youth and even adults where we can. And those services, when you go to our website, you see the in-home support. That means, because we like to listen to what the families' desires are. Where do they want their support to be channeled to? Whether it's at home, in the community, we like to listen to the family because we know that the family understand their children the best, and they know what is most beneficial for their children. And so when it comes to the in-home care support, we provide, obviously, we will listen to the family what they need. And if there is any input that we have, suggest that how we can empower the child better or the family, that's where we come. In-home support is just within the home environment. We will have programs for the child or children. Whether it's some families will need their children, for example, is what they are learning at school, and probably they would like for us when we are in the home to continue with what they are doing at school, to give them table activities. And so that's where we'll go. We'll suggest of any equipment, any resources, any activities that we think are suitable or which we think it might move the child forward. So that kind of and that kind of support happens in the home environment. Also, we have the community access. Community access as well, it will be like maybe the child is registered in a program and their family just wants somebody to take that child to that program, or maybe they're not registered in any program, but they just want for them to be in a community accessing resources. For example, they can be taken to a child like to play basketball. They'll be taken to a facility where they can play basketball, and the person who is supporting them, of course, they are going to engage with this child to support them and to be with them, to make them know that they're here supported and they're engaged fully with that person who is supporting them. Maybe the child wants to go for a walk. We'll walk along with them. They want to go to the park and play at the park. We'll go along with them. So it's whatever the family desires are, that's where we go along with them. That's the community support. We support them to facilitate and to engage in any activities they may have, registered or not registered, that are suitable. We have also the developmental behavior aid. This support usually happen at daycares or in other communities that the child may be there and they need that extra attention to be able to pay attention, to be able to sit and engage in a larger group, especially like, let's say, most of them, they happen in daycare. We also put schools, but schools, we do know that they do have their own aids, but sometimes it could be that the family want us to go pick up the child from school and take them out in the community. So that's why we put school, daycare and school. Most of the time it do happen in daycare. And then we have the PDD, which most of the time it does happen at home, where this is for most of the time older youth or teenagers. They'll be at home. And this is geared more to helping with life skills, building life skills, positive, safe, and healthy life skills. That's where we come from. And so, again, we do work together with the families. And what we do, again, we'll suggest after we observe the child, we'll just suggest what we think, and we'll sit down with the family and we'll talk about it, and they can tell us yes, if it's a yes, or what else can we add, or what else can we eliminate from the support. We also give support like overnight. We know some families do need the support overnight. We do provide that. And also companionship. It could be a person who is living on their own and they need somebody to be like, this is an adult. Sometimes they are living on their own and they need somebody to just give them companion and to be like somebody they can engage with. So we do provide those services to us.
Are there any restrictions to the services at Family Partnership Respite Services, such as age or disability type?
Yes, when it comes to, like when I go to the community, we are not able to transport. Right now, we don't have the facility to transport somebody who is in wheelchair, but we do use accessible services like access. We call them access transportation over here. But for us, because we do have the liability insurance, so we do take people we are helping out in the community in our own vehicles. But when it comes to wheelchairs, we cannot use our own vehicles because we don't have that facility. We don't have anything that is accessible right now. Also, depending on the need of the person, if we observe, because at first when the family registers, we'll go and meet with the person who is needing support. We don't want to say, yes, we can help when we know that this is beyond where we can help. So we will let the family know after we observe, And we like to also, before we say no, we like to engage. We like to look for other resources, for example, the behavior therapist, all those kind of things that are needed to see if for sure we can help or we are not able to help. When it comes to medical, right, like medical needs, of course, we are not equipped to do that. So it depends on the need of the child. When it's medically fragile, we are not able to give that support unless the family is there or somebody else, like a nurse or somebody who is medically trained and understanding. Then we can collaborate, because we do collaborate with other resources in the other professionals, I should say.
Without using any names, can you share a success story with me? What supports were put in place when someone asked for help?
There is a family with children who, not one child in the family. There are two children who are needing support, and I know they have had other support in the community without mentioning where the support is coming from. But when we go there, or when we started working with them, they have said they see the difference. They see the progress that they're every time we go there. They see the attention that the children are paying when we come there, and especially because they always say, I don't understand. When you people come over here, they are able to sit down, they are able to engage at least for the first hour. They are able to engage and to do things with you, engage, participate, and they show interest. And then compare, I don't want to compare, but I'm just saying from what I hear, from the feedback I hear from the families, is that when these other people come, they're just following the children around. And the children they never sit down, engage in anything. They're just followed around. And I don't, our work is not to put people down or whatever, but we always say, approaches are different. And for us, we are doing what you have requested. And after observing the children, we see their interest, and we have to go by their interest, because that's how we are able to engage and then go to the other challenging places and our base is the child's interest, and we build on that. We like to be led by the child, not for us to come and put, this is what the child needs. We will follow the child, and that's how we are able down the road to bring what now we think or we see after observing that the child, like to bring those challenges. That's how it goes. So that's what I can say. We do have a lot of feedback from parents. And recently, there's also another one that started engaging with them about 2 months ago. And the feedback is just wonderful, wonderful. Just saying that all the support they're getting from our staff is just marvelous.
What is one thing that you see happening over and over again to individuals with disabilities that shouldn't be? And how do you think it could be stopped?
I think one of the things I find is lack of support families. I think a lot of families get really challenged when it comes to the wait list, when it comes to the support, because not everybody is able to meet the needs of, like, financially. And that wait list, whether it's FSCD or PDD, is just taking a long, long time. When you hear the family being told you have 2 years on wait list, 1.5 year on wait list. But meanwhile, the family is really struggling because the child cannot sleep at night. The family have 3 children, 4 children. The mother, well, when one parent goes to work, the other parent is not even able to support all the children, and including the one who need that extra need. So I think what I find really challenging, and I don't know what our government can do, is just that support. The wait list for funding is just way too long, waiting for the families.
Yes, that's definitely a common problem. I've heard of that from a number of different agencies. Are there any events coming up for Family Partnership Respite Services?
Right now, we don't have anything in place. Probably that will be happening in spring, but not right now. Right now, we don't have anything. planned.
If someone wanted to become a member of your organization or client or a volunteer, what is the process for joining as a client? And if you have volunteers, what is the process for joining as a volunteer?
The process of the process is just for us to communicate with us and to, of course, that's why we have the website and on the communication numbers there, so and emails. So when we talk to the families, whether it's the family who needing help or any to be connected with any resources in the community, because we do that, we do like to let the families know what resources that are there available for them. So they will call us at the number provided on the website. We'll talk to them, we'll see their needs or what they would like us to help them with. And then we start communicating, and that's how it is. It's just either writing us on the email that is provided, calling the numbers that are there, and just having the initial conversation, and that will lead us to whatever their needs is. And so if we are able to accommodate them, then the communication will continue. If it's in a position that we are not able to provide that opportunity for volunteer, we may lead them to another place that we may think it could be beneficial for them. Or if it's the parents and it's the support they need and we are not able to provide that, we'll suggest of other resources that are there in the community.
What is one thing that everyone needs to know about Family Partnership Respite Services?
The one thing that we would like people to know is we are there for families, and we are committed into providing the best services that the family may need for both family and the person who is needing help. And our hope and desire is to create environment that are enjoyable for everybody that is getting services from us or anybody that may come across us. That is our desire and our hope, that we can give support that is memorable to not only to the person who is getting that support, but also to the whole family that is working with us, one way or the other.
If listeners are looking for more information, how can they reach out to you?
Again, they can email us at familypartnership23@gmail.com. They can also phone us at 403-369-5717 or 587-449-1482. That's how we get connected with others who are looking or seeking our services.
Great. That's all the questions I have for you today. Thank you for joining us, and I've really enjoyed learning about your organization.
And thank you so much for inviting me on this platform. And I enjoyed really talking to you all. And if there's any other question that I did not respond, you may always contact me. And if you have any other future things planned, whether it's interview or anything you may want to know further about us, please feel free to contact us.
Thank you. We will keep that in mind. This has been a Community Partners interview on Voices for Ability Radio, all abilities, all the time.